I'd say it goes back a number of years, probably 8 or 10 years. We were in a board meeting and talking about kind of, I guess, legacy ownership and leadership transition and, what it takes to have a healthy company. And we kind of committed to each other that we're going to give each other 2 years notice. But we really felt that was important. We had a, fiduciary responsibility at the board president level to the company. And, giving notice to make that transition was important. So subsequent to that, about a little over 2 years from right about now, I met with the board and said, I think it's about time. I'd like to start planning this. And so we set out on that journey a little over 2 years ago.
It afforded us a lot of opportunity, a lot of time to be able to go through, review internal candidates, make sure we had adequate time for the transition period. I think we had like a 6 to 12 month transition period where we could work, kind of side by side, whoever that person was. So it gave us ample time, but I will say those years went by really fast.
On the list for the board was we have to have somebody the company trusts. And Steve builds trust with his relationships, his communication, really understands people well and listens well. And so I'd say that's number one. The second is the knowledge of the business. He's been a director of engineering, a market sector leader. So he's been on the operations side, been on the winning work outside, facing side, chairman of the board. So he understands the business from, all aspects of it.
Well, we started our strategic planning process back in 2014, our first strategic plan. And one of the things we realized is we weren't being very transparent. We weren't intentionally not being transparent, but we realized that we needed to involve more people in the process and communicate more. So we've really tried to carry that through with everything that we do going forward. So we know we have to continually over-communicate, which is, again, partly why we had such a long transition period, so that we could have those opportunities to communicate to people.
I'm going to miss being in the room. I mean, it's fun being in the boardroom and the business development and operation meetings when you're making decisions and you're dealing with challenges. Yeah, I'm gonna miss that. The team, the camaraderie. We've gotten to a point where we can have great debate and push and pull and argue and walk out of there energized to do something. I'm gonna miss that.
I think we've had a fair amount of regional expansion in recent years, and I think we're going to shift our focus to building out those teams, getting to critical mass, having the vibrant offices. Our culture is a big part of Wightman, and I want to maintain that and seek to improve it as best we can.
This is my my third season here at Wightman, but not my last. I'm going to take 6 weeks off, and I'll be back full time in a support role, and looking forward to it.
When he's back, I have no concerns whatsoever. Quite frankly, I'm going to pull him into a lot of things because he's a wealth of information. It would be silly not to. I appreciate and I'm really glad that he's decided to stay on and not retire currently, and he's going to be with us for some period of time.